Hey there, yogi. Welcome to this hip opening, shoulder opening morning flow. This has been my go-to flow for the last couple of weeks, just in the mornings before I go to work. So I figured I would record this class and share it with you. So I really hope that you enjoy, and I hope that it helps you get stretched out and really feel better as you go throughout your day. So we'll be starting standing at the top of the mat. So go ahead and meet me in Namaste and we will get started. Thank you so much for joining me and have an amazing day. Namaste. Good morning, yogi. Let's get started at the top of the mat. Feet are about inner hip distance apart, and make sure to evenly distribute your weight into all four corners of the feet. So pinch your shoulder blades together, really lift your chest and open up your heart, and just get nice and relaxed. Maybe close the eyes and get into this meditative groove, and let's start off our day very nicely. On the next inhale, reach your arms up, tilt your head back and gaze up at your palms. On the exhale, take a nice deep forward bend, hinge at your hips, bend your knees, and let the crown of the head hang all the way down towards the earth. Inhale, come to a perfectly flat back into a halfway lift. And then we're going to plant the hands and step back into plank pose. You can stay up on your toes or maybe lower to the knees, and we'll take a vinyasa. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows find a 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll yourself through cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. So we're going to take a few breaths here in our down dog. Check your alignment. Make sure that your fingers are spread out wide and you're really pressing the hips back, pointing the tailbone up with the chin slightly tucked, gazing up at the belly button. So 3 more breaths here. Maybe you want to walk the dog, bending one knee and letting one heel find the earth. And if you found that, maybe just move to the other side. Get that nice stretch in the hamstrings, really warming up the ankles, the toes. And then just inhale, lift up high onto the toes. And exhale, let the heels reach back and down to find the earth. Next inhale, reach your right leg up high into the sky, toes spread out wide. On the exhale, step the foot through in between the hands. You can stay up on your toes or bring the back knee down if you're taking it easy. You're going to reach the arms up. Inhale, let the biceps come by the ears. Gaze up at your hands if you'd like to. And then on the exhale, let your right hand reach outside of your right foot. And then on the exhale, we're going to reach the left arm all the way out towards the side. So almost like we're leaning over towards the right side. With the bicep by the ear. Feels really good on the hips. And then we'll inhale back to center. Plant the hands. And then step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale. Come to a perfectly flat back. Exhale. That deep forward bend the knees and hang the head. Inhale and reach all the way up into standing, gaze up at the palms. And exhale, arms come out by the side. Namaste. Just get nice and relaxed in our standing position. Inhale, reach the arms up and look up at the palms. Exhale, bow and fold, deep forward bend. So right here, you're going to maybe step your feet inner hip distance apart if they were right next to each other. And then you can use a block if you need to. Place your right hand either right out in front of your right foot, palm flat. You can also place that hand on top of a block. Or you can even grab the ankle or the bottom of the shin. Just reach wherever your body allows. Bend your right knee so that it touches the right elbow and keep the left leg straight. And then we're going to inhale, reach the left arm up and gaze up at that palm. So this is such a nice stretch for the hip. Feels really good. We're going to hold it here just for about one more breath. On the exhale, I just want you to try your best to switch legs, bend at the left knee, straighten the right leg, and just feel that change in polarity, switching from side to side. And then just paddle the knees and release out any tension. And release your left hand back to the ground. Inhale, flat back, lift your heart. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, find your plank pose, knees or toes. Exhale, elbows come to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll yourself through upward facing or high cobra. Exhale, hips come back and into the sky, downward facing dog. Moving to the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches high, toes spread out wide, hip turned inside. Exhale, take a big step forward, plant the foot in between the hands, stay up on the toes or leave it or come down onto the knee. Inhale, arms reach up, biceps are by the ears. Exhale, reach the left hand down outside the left foot, and on that same exhale, the right arm reaches over towards the left side with the bicep by the ear. Such a great stretch for the hip, one of my favorites. And then we'll inhale and just come back to center. Let the hands split the foot, step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, lift your heart perfectly flat back. Exhale, bow and fold, deep forward bend, bend at the knees and hang the head. Inhale, reach all the way up into standing, gazing up at the palms. And then exhale, arms come down by the side, body samastiti. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bow and fold, deep forward bend, bend the knees, hang the head. Again, step the feet a little bit wider, just kind of heel toe, one foot a little bit wider, about inner hip distance. And then same thing we did on the other side. So this time using your left hand, place your left palm flat on the earth, right out in front of the left foot. You can also just plant that hand on top of a block or onto the ankle or the shin. Just do whatever feels best for you. Bend your left knee in so that it touches the left elbow. Right leg stays straight. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. Feel that nice stretch in the hip. This is usually about when my hips are starting to pop. Feels so good in the morning. So about one more breath here. And then on the exhale, again, we'll just switch the polarity, straighten your left leg, bend the right. Just feel the difference. It's not necessarily going to feel amazing or bad. It's just kind of to see where your body's at, check in, and just feel something a little bit different going on. Release that right hand, let it come down to the ground. Gently shake out the knees, release any tension. And then inhale, lift your heart, come to a perfectly flat back. Exhale, we'll plant the hands, step back into plank pose from your knees or from your toes. Exhale, elbows to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, roll yourself through upward facing dog or high cobra. And then exhale, hips back and into the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up. So really spread the toes out wide. We're going to bend at the knee, pull the heel in towards the sit bone and stack the hips open. And then just make some big circles with that knee for one breath. Deep inhale, make some big circles. Exhale, switch directions, make a big circle in the opposite direction. Inhale, straighten out that leg, reaching the heel back. And an exhale, we'll step through into our lunge. This time, try to stay up on the toes if you can. Inhale, reach the arms up, bicep by the ears. Exhale, same thing again. Right hand comes outside the right foot. And then let the left arm reach over towards the right side on that same exhale. And we're going to hold it here this time. And if you'd like to try to get a little bit deeper, try to roll all the way up onto the toes of the right foot. See how that takes this just a little bit further. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then inhale, we'll let the hands come back to split the foot, lowering that right heel down. And then we're going to wiggle the right foot back and bring the right knee directly behind your right wrist. And we'll come into pigeon pose. So just wiggle the right foot so that it's behind your left hand. And take this to whatever degree you can. Your right shin can be parallel to the top of the mat, or it can be more at a diagonal pointing back towards the left corner of the mat. And anywhere in between, just go as deep as your body allows. So we're here in our pigeon pose, so get comfortable. Maybe place a block or a pillow underneath your right hip if you need to. And then just inhale through the nose, really try to lift your chest and open up the heart. And then exhale, sink down into your pigeon nice and slow. So take your time and let your body get down as slowly as it needs to. And just ease into this hip stretch. So a lot of times in the morning, even though pigeon is one of my favorite poses, pigeon seems to be a little bit harder to do in the morning because my hips are tight. So maybe if you've been going through some emotional things in your life, your hips might be a little tight as well. So just take it easy. Sink down. Maybe you can come to your forearms. And then maybe you can let your forehead sink down and touch the earth. So we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Deep inhales through the nose and exhaling through the nose. So on the next inhale, just gently start to walk yourself back up with the hands. And then we're going to shift the weight over to the right hip. And you're going to swing your left leg all the way around. So we're facing the front. And then pull your right shin so that it's parallel to the top of the mat. And then what we're going to try to do is stack the left shin on top of the right. So this becomes double pigeon. So this might look different for you than it is for me. So you're going to have to listen to your body and just follow your body and go wherever you can go. You might just be stacking ankles. So that might be as far as you can go today, and that's perfectly okay. And then also maybe you can bring your ankle to about mid-shin. Or maybe you can stack that ankle on top of the right knee and have, the right ankle below the left knee and the right knee below the left ankle. So that's our ultimate goal. Just go as deep as your body will let you go. And lift the chest, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, hinging at the hips and keeping the spine straight as you sink forward. And then gently start to release the hands to the floor, round the spine, and really try to sink your forehead towards the earth. So this is such a yummy pose. It's one of my favorites. So just keep sinking down. If you have tight hips like me, this is going to be a lifesaver for you, maybe for road trips or plane rides or sitting in airports. It's just so great to kind of release the hips. Take 1 more breath. On the exhale, try to just sink a little bit deeper. And then we're going to inhale and gently start to rise back up. Bring your hands back to your heart. And then on the exhale, we'll twist. So you're going to twist over towards the right. You can place your left elbow either right in between the shins, like right in the middle, or maybe you can place that elbow all the way onto the bottom of the left foot and really twist. Try to gaze up and over your right shoulder. Twist your body open. And take a couple of breaths here. Beautiful job. One more breath. And then inhale, we'll come back to center. We're going to extend our legs and keeping the legs bent. So just have both feet out in front and place the feet flat out in front. They don't have to be on the mat. You can scoot back if you need to, but they can come off the front of the mat. That's okay. And then you're going to reach your hands back, fingertips pointing towards your hips. And we're going to inhale, lift the hips like you're coming up into a tabletop, but keeping your hands and your feet exactly where they are. You're going to try to shift your hips towards your heels and then rock side to side. So it's an amazing shoulder stretch. It's really great after you wake up, because we usually tend to sleep on one side or the other and kind of crush our arms or in our shoulders. So just release the shoulders, shake yourself side to side, just kind of rock side to side. One more breath. And then gently release, extend the legs all the way out in front, sit your bum all the way down, lift your chest, inhale, sweep your arms up into the sky. And exhale, hinge at your hips and find Paschimottanasana, our deep-seated forward bend. Bring your peace fingers inside your big toes. Inhale to lift the chest, bend your knees, keep the chest and thighs connected. And exhale, sink down, really stretch out your hamstrings. 2 more breaths. Let each inhale lengthen the spine. And then each exhale, we try to sink a little deeper and straighten out the knees a little bit more. 1 more breath. And then inhale, we'll just gently release, cross your ankles, kind of pulling your ankles in, reach your hands out in front, and then send your legs back, and then the hips up and into the sky, into downward facing dog, and we'll move to the other side. Inhale, bring your left leg up into the sky, toes spread out wide. And then on the exhale, bend the knee, bring the heel towards the sit bone, and make some big circles. So inhale, make a big circle one direction. And then on the exhale, switch the direction. And next inhale, lift that left leg up high, straighten out the knee again. And then on the exhale, we'll step through, find your lunge. Again, if you can, try to stay up on the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up so that the biceps are by the ears. Exhale, left hand reaches outside the left foot, and at the same time, same exhale, right arm reaches out towards the side. And you can stay here. We're going to hold, and if you'd like to try to get a little bit deeper, try to lift all the way up onto the left toes. 1 more deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through your nose. Inhale, we'll gently release, lower that right hand, lower the heel. And then slide that left knee behind the left wrist. Wiggle the left foot so that it's behind the right wrist. And then let your right toe slide you all the way down into pigeon on the left side. So again, we're just taking this easy inhale, kind of lift your chest. And exhale, just sink down as slowly as you need to. Listen to your body, listen to your breath, and just let yourself sink down at the pace that you need to. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful job. So inhale, gently rise back up, and then just kind of planting the hands, shift to the left hip, swing your right leg around. Again, we're going to find our double pigeon. This time we're going to stack the right shin on top of the left. You can place ankle on top of ankle. The right foot can maybe find the middle of the left shin, or if you can, find the full expression of your double pigeon. Right ankle on top of the left knee, or right knee above the left ankle. So find your double pigeon, go wherever your body allows, and then bring your hands up to your heart center in prayer hands. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep the spine straight as you hinge at your hips. And then slowly bring the hands to the floor, round the spine, and sink your forehead towards the floor. One more breath, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through your nose. Inhale, start to rise up. Bring your hands back up to your heart center. And then exhale, we twist. So taking this over to the left side, right elbow can come to the middle of the shin, or maybe you can bring it all the way to the arch of your right foot. Take this twist nice and deep. Open up the chest, gazing up and over the left shoulder. 2 more breaths. Really feel this nice twist. And then inhale and gently come back to center. We're going to extend the legs all the way out and plant the hands behind the hips just like we did before. Fingers pointing towards the hips, but this time keeping the legs straight. We're going to inhale, pressing with the feet together, lift the hips, and we'll find our reverse plank. And so lift up, find your reverse plank or tabletop if you need to. And in your reverse plank, you really want to drop the crown of the head down, release your neck, releasing any tension, and really stretch open the shoulders. Deep breaths. One more breath. And then we'll gently lower down on your next exhale. Lower your hips down. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, bend the knees, and pull the heels towards your body and come into our Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, hinge at your hips, lean forward, interlace the fingers around the toes, and pull yourself down. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and exhale to sink down nice and deep. And then inhale, gently rise up. Extend your legs straight out in front. Bring both palms out by the side. Inhale, lift your heart up to the sky one last time. And exhale, lower down all the way flat onto the back. Preparing for our final resting pose in Savasana. And just pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And stretching out the hips just a little bit more by really pulling the knees towards the chest and thanking yourself for coming onto your mat today. What an amazing way to start the day. By loving your body, by stretching out your body. And then whenever you're ready, just release the legs, straighten them out again. Let your feet fan out to either side of the room. Arms are out by the side with the palms facing up. And just close your eyes and breathe. Enjoy your Savasana. Have a wonderful day. And enjoy these open hips. And let happiness fill you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.